Shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this current kingdom. Want to give our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well. And to the brothers that preach the word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so. This is the brother Kanasala from GMS Chicago branch and coming to you once again to edify the hopeful elect. Alright. There's this video that I saw, and it inspired me to just do a lesson on it, man. And I was just meditating and thinking, and it may sound like a broken record, but you're not supposed to trust in your enemy, man. All right, at all. There's this let's see, we'll get straight into it. And this is really important, man. Because you're not supposed to trust your enemy. It says, Sirach 14:5. He that is evil to himself, because Esau is definitely evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He should not take pleasure in his goods. Alright? There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is the recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. All right? He don't care. He's like a fast-moving freight train, man. No brakes, man. Full speed. All right? Because he don't care if it's taking out his own, one of his own, man. If he could get to Jake and try to destroy him fully, and when I say Jake, I mean Jacob. Jacob's name got changed to Israel, which is so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, he don't care if it take out his soul. His whole goal is try to eradicate us, man. All right, he been like that since day one. All right, so if he's evil to himself, then who will he be good to, man? All right, he hate us, man, and the feeling's mutual. All right, but check this out.
Epstein grand jury transcripts? Yeah, we're going to see them after all. That's according to this surprising order that just came down from a federal court judge in the Southern District of Florida. So let me explain what's going on and hang with me here because this gets a little complicated. First of all, it's very uncommon for grand jury transcripts to be released publicly. Those are usually kept secret because of the court's rules and because of protective orders. But according to this federal judge's order today, because President Trump signed that bill into law last month that requires the federal government to release all the Epstein files publicly, this judge said that new law overrides the court's protective orders and rules. So the grand jury transcripts can be released, minus, of course, victims' names. So what are we going to see? Well, first you have to understand that Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex trafficker, was investigated twice for these types of sex crimes. Once in Palm Beach back in 2005, 2006, and then again in New York in 2019. The grand jury transcripts that will be released as a result of the judge's order today are from that Palm Beach case. Of course, if the federal prosecutors would have actually taken Epstein to trial, they may have been able to put him behind bars for more than a decade. But instead...
All right, but the thing is, you can go ahead and watch that and stuff like that. That's cool. But hold on, Salaki. Yeah. So it all boils down to this, that they're going against each other, but also it's the grand scheme of things. Like his whole thing is to crash everything and just go digital, and have full control of the people. So it's like it don't matter what they do, You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? They whole mindset is what you gonna do about it. You can't do shit. All right. If you want to know the mindset of the elite, you read the whole chapter of Wisdom of Solomon, second chapter. All right. They don't care who they take down, man. And of course, it took so long, so they probably manipulated the thing. You know, this is Esau Edom we're talking about. Who's the devil? And devil means deceiver. All right. Satan, human adversary, man. The human enemy. All right. Yeah, but who would he do good to? This Mark 3:25. If a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself, and he be divided, he cannot stand but hath an end. All right. So that's what's going on, man. They're divided from all the way up top, all the way to the bottom, man. And they just gonna reach an end, man. The Lord said, let's see, bounds, pass. It's Job 14:5. See, his days are determined. The number of his months are with thee. That has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Right. Bounds that he cannot pass. So once he reached the end, that's it. And the Lord knows it. Knows the exact day, time, second, millisecond, whatever. He knows when. Alright? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua knows. Alright? And we're reaching to that point. Alright? With that, and then you have the other nations saying this. I'm going to bring that up. Yep. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Right. Because, land of the North America, U.S., you know what I'm saying? They're not the only ones that have nuclear capability, man. Pretty much everybody has that, and they're starting to take a stand. All right. And it's going to get to the point where it's going to kick off, saying that third woe, which is World War III, and they're going to face off against each other, man. And the Lord set it up that way. All right. This is what they get for touching the apple of his eye. All right. Touching Israel, man. After our punishment came to an end, man, was supposed to come to an end, they kept us in captivity and everything, man, and wouldn't let us go. All right? So they got to pay for all these things, man. And even if they try to pay the Lord back, man, the Lord said he going to send the recompense upon their own head. All right? So, hey, we're just seeing the fall of our enemies, which is a joyous thing, man. All right? And then these files that people looking at, yeah, it's showing Esau being divided, but also it's a distraction at the same time. So, hey, we just seeing a bunch of chaos, man, and by the end of the day, it's still part of the Lord's plan. Because the devil knows that he has a short time. Salakia. Let me go to it. Revelation 12:12. Yep. Is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. Right. He know that he got a short time. So he got to pull out all the stops, man. And the other one that I mentioned, because it's about to come very quickly. Yep, Revelation 11:14. Yep, the second woe is past, which is World War II, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, and that's where we at. All right, and nobody, all these countries hate this place, man. All right, and people are fed up with, Esau's BS. All right, even Esau's having problems with Esau, with the Russians and stuff like that. And like I read to you before, the Mark 3:25, a house divided against itself can't stand. That's the point that we get into, man. That this place is going to have an end, all right? With all the madness and chaos going on. So with that, hopefully this is edifying. Hey, until next time, shalom.